Build Your Platform Podcast, episode number 9. On this episode of Build Your Platform, we're going to be talking about what kind of stories you tell, but not just any kind of stories. What kind of stories do you tell about yourself? How do you self-identify? Do you identify as a marketer, as a person who's passionate about marketing, as a storyteller, as an X, as a Y, as a Z? We'll go in deeper into why I think this is important. Hi there, and thank you so much for listening to that slightly awkward intro because I have a point that I really want to make and I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to summarize it at the beginning of the episode. So I'm just going to do the best I can to make the point throughout the episode because, hey, this is my show, I have the microphone, I can do and say whatever the hell I want. So thank you so much for listening to me doing whatever the hell and saying whatever the hell I want. I really appreciate it. This is the Build Your Platform podcast where we talk about difficult yet effective marketing lessons for early stage entrepreneurs and small business owners who are just starting to build their audience. Now, you're a marketer. Face it. If you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner, then you're a marketer. Because one of your jobs is marketing. Because you have a product, a service, what you really have is a story disguised as a product and service, and so you have a story to tell. So what kind of story do you tell? This reminds me of a book by, I believe it's by Seth Godin, and I think it's called Marketers Tell Stories. Actually, I think the original title, now that I think about it, is All Marketers Are Liars, but he actually crossed out the Are Liars part and then replaced it with Tell Stories. So here's what I mean, and here's an example of what I'm talking about. When I first started out, and I still consider myself to be an early stage entrepreneur, maybe small business owner, but definitely entrepreneur, when I first started out, I identified myself as an agile product management geek, somebody who was interested in it, somebody who was interested in product management, somebody who thought that you could use agile to make better products for consumers and therefore have your company be more profitable. So that's a story right there. You can use agile product management, specifically when it comes to software development, to speed up the development process and to get your product out to the market earlier so that you could get feedback more quickly and then make those fixes more quickly and become more profitable. So that is an entire story. And then I got tired of it, I got bored of it, I didn't really feel like it was me, and suddenly I was really interested in the online marketing space, and so I went ahead and jumped ship. I went over to the online marketing for entrepreneurs route. And here's the story that I told. I think entrepreneurs should use online marketing. I'm so bad at bullshitting, I couldn't even get that out. So basically the story I was telling was all entrepreneurs should use online marketing because online marketing is really easy and it's cheaper than buying a bunch of ad space or doing direct mail and paying for printing and postage and shit. And so you should just do it online instead. You should use SEO, search engine optimization. You should use WordPress to blog. You should use this and that and the other. Do you see the difference between the stories at all? The first story that I told about agile product management talked from a company perspective and an IT person perspective and had an actual story about how to get more profitable. Instead of just using traditional IT product and project management techniques, use the agile kind because it's better inherently for software development. And then the kind of story I was telling once I got into the online marketing for entrepreneurs space was, hey, entrepreneurs, you should use online marketing. Now, I make it sound really lame, but there are also consequences for taking this approach. So I am I am a really big fan of Twitter, and I've been on there since I believe July of '08, June of '08, sometime in 2008. I've been on there for a very long time. I'm very proficient with it, and I'm pretty good at getting followers just by being moderately active. It's not anything special I do. You can probably do it too, even if you're just moderately active. But the kind of persona that you project, it determines the kind of people who you will get in return. So the persona that I was projecting was online marketing for entrepreneurs. I love SEO. I love email marketing. I love opt-in forms. I love blogging. I love this. I love that and the other. And you know who I got? I got a whole shitload of followers of people who were telling me the same thing. They were like, I love online marketing too. I love SEO. I love opt-in forms. I love email marketing. I love squeeze pages. I love this. I love that. And all they ever did was tweet out links to the same old publications, like basically the big dogs in the online marketing space, and all they really did was tweet their articles. But if they ever did write a blog post about it, all of those blog posts pretty much sounded like they were trying to imitate the big dogs with their articles, the big dogs who have already made a success of themselves in the online marketing space. And the reason why they've made a success of themselves is more than likely because they told a good story. It wasn't just about online marketing. It was probably using online marketing as a means to an end. But they were able to tell a better story, and they were able to work hard at it over time so that they could take the steps they needed and take the time that they needed to actually be successful. So when I put myself out there as someone who was an online marketing for entrepreneurs guy, I got followed by a whole shitload of people who looked and sounded a lot like me, who were also online marketing for entrepreneurs people, and who put out a very Me Too persona when it came to online marketing for entrepreneurs, which everyone is doing these days. And so I ask you, can you tell a better story than that? Are you really passionate about search engine optimization? Or are you passionate about achieving a certain result within your story and you just happen to use search engine optimization as a tool? Are you really passionate about landing pages? Are you really passionate about email marketing? Are you really passionate about any of these tactics? And are you even passionate about any of the strategies? Or do you actually have a story to tell? And do you happen to just use these strategies and tactics to help you achieve your goal, whatever the goal is in your story? Because if you just project that you love online marketing for entrepreneurs and you have an incredible passion for SEO and squeeze pages, then you're going to get a whole bunch of copycats following you on Twitter and probably on your other social media sites too. So you're a marketer, but how can you present yourself to the world in a way that tells the story that you are actually trying to tell? Now, here's the story that I'm actually trying to tell, which I say at just about the beginning of every episode that I do of Build Your Platform, which is, this is a podcast that has difficult yet effective marketing. Well, here we go with that marketing shit again, but hear me out if you haven't before. Difficult yet effective marketing lessons for early stage entrepreneurs and small business owners who are just starting to build their audience. Now, I tell a story about difficult yet effective marketing lessons because you'll see a lot of get-rich-quick shit out there. You'll see a lot of, I will teach you how to triple your income to $11 billion and a half a year in only 30 days if you just take my program. And I know that that's not very realistic. I know that they could do it in 30 days, but that's because they already have an established built-in audience and they've put in enough time to get to where they are so that they can do what they do. They have earned the privilege to be able to do that. And so what I do is let you know, hey, if you're at the beginning stages, it's going to be tough. It's going to take some time. It's going to be a real journey. And that's the whole point, is the journey. So what you ought to do is just take the time to do what you need to do, and I can simplify it for you in the ship, connect, repeat framework. Shipping means putting stuff out there where people will see it. Connecting means reaching out to people so they know that you're connecting with them, and then repeating the process over and over and over again. And that is really the only way, the only overarching way, ship, connect, repeat, to get to your success. A lot of your details and strategies and tactics will differ, and you'll use whatever formulas work for you, and you will fuck up enough until you get it right and course correct until, you zoom on to success, and then fail again, and then succeed again, and then basically continue the cycle. So that's the story that I'm telling, is it's a long journey, so just concentrate on the ship, connect, repeat strategy, and all the other details. You will work them out for yourself, and then eventually you will get there. So what story are you telling? What story do you have? Why is it important? And who is it important to? Why do you need to get it out there? Just think about it. Before you are a brand new entrepreneur or small business owner and just say, hey, I love online marketing, I'm going to teach other people online marketing. I mean, if you really need to get yourself out there and you don't have any other option, then I would just start writing just to practice the writing muscle, and then start shipping to flex the shipping muscle. But really think about what story you're trying to tell, and then have the guts to tell that story. Because it doesn't take a hell of a lot of guts to teach someone a thing or two about search engine optimization, but it does take a lot of guts to tell a bigger story. Now, if your story really is you are a marketer, you are a marketing professional, if you work for a startup or work for a bigger company and that really is your story, then go ahead, please tell it. I absolutely do not want to disrespect the profession of marketing. But if you are an early stage entrepreneur or small business owner who is not necessarily in the business of marketing but who still does marketing, then I challenge you to try to tell better stories. And that about does it for this episode of Build Your Platform. Thank you so much for listening. I sincerely appreciate it. If you want to look at the show notes for this and every other episode, go to andystitt.com/BYP. That's BYP for Build Your Platform. And also, please leave a rating and or review. I would really appreciate it. Go to andystitt.com/iTunes. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you got something out of this episode. I was a little tongue-tied in the intro, but hey, I finished strong. Hope I made my point, and go out there and fuck some shit up. I'll see you out there.